welcome aboard Bonanza 934 Tango. We are joined today by Nick. Nick is here in beautiful Tallahassee, Florida, to go for a flight along the Emerald Coast to Destin. You're excited?
I'm really excited.
Awesome. And we're up. Okay, so you have the controls now. You're flying the airplane. How's it feel?
Visibility 10 miles past clear,
very
control
sensitive.
148.0.
Yeah, it's definitely sensitive, which is good. I want it to fit me like a glove.
7 miles southeast on Circle.
We're heading toward a waypoint called the Phillips Inlet. Turn right to a heading of 290. 290.
Wow, so it is beautiful.
Pretty nice trip, huh?
Bonanza 34 Tango, traffic is a P9 jet taking runway for departure, runway 32, you are clear to land.
That's a beautiful approach.
Very beautiful. Nice landing.
Thank you. I do this for a living.
Bonanza
Ew,
34
this
Tango,
was
Halo
living.
clear left out 3, text departure.
That's a good prime. Now, I'm going to pull the throttle out and in about a quarter of the way. So it's cracked open about a quarter. And now I'm going to crank the engine. The strobe light goes on. Clear prop! I'm looking at the tach here, look at the oil pressure, making sure all the indications are normal. Oil pressure's coming up.
All right. And I can use my phone?
Yes, of course.
All right.
This is not American Airlines here. We are live, everybody. Welcome aboard Bonanza 934 Tango. We are joined today by Nick. And he has a nickname. We're not going to say your nickname because that wouldn't be made for TV, you know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, if it were late night TV perhaps, but yeah, we won't say what your nickname is. But Nick is here in beautiful Tallahassee, Florida. Has made the trek from Dallas-Fort Worth to go for a flight along the Emerald Coast to Destin. And one of my favorite destinations in the entire world. You're excited?
I'm really excited.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right, well, we'll do it. And, of course, when we get in the air, I'll hand you the controls, and you can have a ball flying the airplane.
All right, cool.
All right, sounds good. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to, we're going to listen to the weather, and it's the AWOS, the Automated Weather Observation System. And we're going to get an idea of what the winds are doing. Winds are what are most important in terms of our departure, so we know which runway to take off on. So weather is right here on COM 1, so I'm going to hit COM 1.
Quincy Municipal Airport, automated weather observation 1836 Zulu. Wind variable at 5 knots. Peak gusts 16 knots. Visibility more than 10. Sky condition clear below 12,000. Temperature 16 Celsius. Dew point 1 Celsius. Altimeter 3010. Inches of mercury.
Okay, so we got the weather. So the wind is variable right now. I've set the altimeter to 3010. The barometric pressure is what that is. So as the barometric pressure changes, the altimeter reads differently. So we want to make sure the altimeter reads correctly. And field elevation here is about 220. So that's basically what it's reading now with the altimeter set to 3010. Because the winds are variable, we're just going to taxi out and see what the windsock is doing. And then we'll know which runway to take off on. Because, you know, you want to take off into the wind, as much into the wind as possible. With the traffic Bonanza 934 Tango, taxiing on the grass for departure, runway 32, Quincy. The beautiful little Cessna right there.
Like they're learning how to fly or something?
They might. I don't know.
Zero breakdown.
Now you see the windsock?
Yeah.
It's pointing basically right down runway 32. So we're going to taxi out.
Okay.
Exactly. So the runway configuration here is 32 and 14. And do you know why the runways are numbered like that?
Because call it the compass point.
Exactly. Magnetic heading.
Yeah.
So 32 corresponds to a magnetic heading of 320. So the wind is, I know it said variable on the weather report, but really, I mean, it looks like it's right down the runway. So we're going to take off in a magnetic direction of 320 when we depart on runway 32. A lot of people think that's just arbitrary, you know? There's no rhyme or reason to the runway numbers. Somebody just came up with the idea, oh yeah, I'm just going to call this runway 25. No. It's magnetic direction.
Yeah.
All right, so here we're going to do a run-up. And you've done this before on the Cherokee, right?
Yes.
We just make sure the engine is operating and the instruments all work before you actually leave the ground. Once you leave the ground, your options are have narrowed significantly. So
Yeah.
here's the run-up brakes. I'm holding the brakes. Fuel is on the left main tank. Actually, it's on the right main, so let me switch over. Left main tank now. We are trimmed for takeoff. Here's the trim indicator down here. Want to just make sure the green is showing. This is the trim wheel. I've got my hand on the trim wheel over here on my side. It's over here.
Okay.
The previous owner of the plane said, "Draw the trim wheels like a woman. You just got to touch it right."
Yeah.
He's right. Takes 2 fingers and just, you know. So the trim is now set. Flight controls. Full left aileron, full right aileron, full aft elevator, full forward elevator. Flight controls are free and correct. Instruments are all in the green. Oil pressure, CHDs,
traffic?
oil
White, blue,
temperature,
Cessna,
all of that.
On the grass, 132 departure. What's traffic?
Mixture is now set to full rich. We're going to take it up to 1700 RPM. We're going to cycle the prop. Pulling the prop control back. Forward again. We have a drop in RPM and a rise in manifold pressure. That's all nominal. Mags are going to be tested here. So 2 to the left. We have a drop in RPM, about 100 RPM drop. Back to both. 1 to the left. About 100 RPM drop. Back to both. That's all nominal. Suction, we've got it over here. Amps and volts. We've got 14 volts on the bus voltage and about 12.5 amps. We've got fuel flow, 6.8 gallons per hour. We've got oil pressure, oil temperature, and now I'll take it back to kind of a rough idle here. And it idles just fine. Pre-takeoff, flaps are up, prop is set, high RPM all the way forward, mixture is best power, aux fuel pump is off, pitot heat is off, transponder is squawking 1200, that's our VFR squawk code. Doors and windows are locked, and the strobe light is on. You ready?
Ready.
All righty, sounds good. Quincy traffic, Bonanza 934 Tango, departing runway 32 asphalt will be a left turnout, departing the pattern to the west. Quincy. It's just like leaving Dallas-Fort Worth.
Yeah.
The controller says line up and wait. We're not going to wait, we're just going to go, because we can. You ready? All right. Airspeed's alive, instruments are in the green. Waiting for 80 miles per hour on the airspeed indicator over here. Now we'll rotate.
Hey. Oh my God.
And we're up. I'm going to retract the gear with this gear handle. Gear's coming up.
Bumpy.
Yeah, a little bit. It should smooth out. The higher you get, the more smooth the air tends to get, although, yeah, up higher today, like in the flight levels, there is some moderate turbulence. We're not going to go that high. So I'm going to turn roughly to an on-course heading here of due west, which is 270, and then I'll tell you a bit about the flight plan, about where we're going to go. So.
Red, white, blue, going to be departing 32 and departing the area on the east, crosswind, west traffic.
So it's an uncontrolled field, no control tower, and we're transmitting on the CTAF, the Common Traffic Advisory Frequency, which at Quincy is 122.7. And so you just self-announce, you say where you are, who you are, where you are, and what you're going to do. In a second, we'll call air traffic control, and I'm going to tell them that we want what we call flight following over to Destin. So let me just pull this up here. Tallahassee Approach, good afternoon, Bonanza 934 Tango, just off Quincy with the VFR request.
November 934 Tango, Tallahassee Approach.
Yeah, 934 Tango is a type Bravo Echo 33. We're about 3 or 4 miles to the west of Quincy, 3,000 feet. Requesting following over to Destin at 4,500.
November 0 Golf Charlie, flight heading 180.
Heading 180, 0 Charlie.
November 934 Tango, squawk 5511.
Squawk 551134 Tango. You want to dial
November
that
2
in?
Bravo Golf, contact Jacksonville Center,
5511.
134.334.3.
Hit 5 twice.
134.3 for 502 Bravo Golf. You have a good day.
And 11.
That's us.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's how he identifies us. So now we're going to appear on his radar scope. We always have been on his radar scope, but now he knows that that dot on his scope is us because we're squawking the code he gave us.
Yeah.
November 934 Tango, your radar contact 22 miles northwest Tallahassee Airport, Tallahassee, altimeter 3007. Altitude indicates 3,500 feet. Proceed on course.
Altitude checks, thank you, 34 Tango.
Departure, Idaho 36 through 1100 for 3000, runway heading.
Idaho 36, south departure, radar contact.
Idaho 36.
Climb, maintain
That's
5,000.
DeSantis' plane, the governor's plane. That's the call sign for the state plane there. We're doing 137 knots over the ground. GS means ground speed. And there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of wind. This is our indicated airspeed. This is our ground speed. So if the ground speed is higher than the indicated, that means you have a bit of a tailwind. So we have maybe a 1 or a 2 knot tailwind right now.
November 34 Tango, contact simple approach 125.2, 25.2.
25.2, thank you, 34 Tango. So he just handed us off to another air traffic control facility, Tyndall approach. I'll call him in a second here. Let me just get...
Eagle 128, you up?
I'm going to reduce my power a little bit. I'm going to take the manifold pressure back here, the throttle basically. We'll take it back to about 22 inches of manifold pressure right there, 22. Then I'm going to take the prop back to about 2,400 RPM. Prop is the blue knob here. So there we go. That's our cruise power setting. About 22 inches and about 2,400 RPM. I'll lean it out. Needs less fuel now because I've reduced the power.
2,800, turning inbound to the airport now.
And I'm looking at these blue bars going up. It's my exhaust gas temperatures, my EGTs, and they indicate that the
0 Hotel Mike, just be advised, I'm taking you on the east side.
combustion
Clear of numerous VFR targets between
chamber is warmer because you're reducing the fuel flow a little bit. So at a certain point they're going to peak, and then I'm going to enrich it, and that'll be my cruise power setting, or my fuel flow for cruise. And the jet, you don't have to worry about this because the jet has a FADEC, and so it calculates all this automatically. But these planes, you have to do it manually.
7220 Whiskey, Tunnel approach. Destin maintain 6,000 Panama City, altimeter 3011.
But basically, the higher you fly, the less fuel you need. Because the engine is taking in less air, so developing less power. Little approach, good afternoon, Bonanza 934 Tango, level 4,500.
November 934 Tango, Tunnel approach, Panama City, altimeter 3011.
11. And as you fly, the altimeter the barometric pressure and the altimeter setting will change. So you adjust that.
November
as well.
0 Hotel Mike, turn right heading to 140.
Okay, let me get it all set up for you, Nick. Get down to 4,500. I'll nail that. I'll turn the autopilot on, and then I'll hand you the controls.
Header flight 253, clear direct deeply.
There we go.
0 Hotel Mike, verify you still have the traffic in sight.
Autopilot's in heading mode. Autopilot's on now, so now I can throw you the controls. I don't have to worry too much about upsetting the airplane. You ready for these? Okay, sounds good. Okay, so you have the controls now, all right? So let me know when you're ready. I'll turn the autopilot off. Now you want to use your right hand, so put your right hand on that side. You don't really need two hands on the yoke. That kind of forces you to over-control. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay, and just kind of maintain this general direction. We don't have to be very precise. We're just flying VFR. So we're on a heading of 262 right now. Altitude 4,500. So just try to maintain that best you can. Here it goes. You're flying the airplane. How's it feel? Uh-huh. You see when as you like even subtly pull back on it, the airplane climbs. What's that?
Heading 262, right?
What's that?
What was the number?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's our heading. And you see how we're kind of subtly climbing a little bit?
Yeah.
Just push forward on the elevator. And you see the nose come back down. I like to kind of keep my eyes on the nose more than I do on the instruments, because that gives me a more immediate indication of what the airplane's doing. And the general rule of thumb, no pun intended, is that if you put your hand up here on the windscreen, put your thumb up, when the thumb is level with the horizon, that's when the airplane is level. So I see right now we're climbing because my thumb is going above the horizon.
Okay.
Now just for fun, how about we turn to a heading of, how about 330? See the 33 there? Just turn right to a heading of 330. And once you achieve your desired angle of bank, like that's a 20-degree bank, you just gotta ever so subtly neutralize the control input. Otherwise, it's gonna keep the bank is gonna get steeper and steeper and steeper. Exactly, yeah. So we'll keep on turning, 330. Good job.
330.
Yep.
November 20 Whiskey, turn right heading 330.
Very nice. There we are, almost on the money. And by the way, you might notice when you're in a turn, you lose a little bit of lift.
Yeah.
So when you roll wings level, the lift comes back and you gain a little bit of altitude if you don't correct for it. You have to kind of anticipate that's going to happen. So how about we turn left back to a heading of 262? 262.
262, yeah.
Yep.
Right, back to 262.
You got it.
Approach, good afternoon, Foothills 491, level at 12,000.
Calling for Vegas.
Yeah, good. It's Foothills 491, level at 12,000.
Foothills 491.
Well done. I can tell you've done this before.
900,000. Expect a visual approach runway 34.
Okay, 900,000, and we'll expect 34, 491. We have Foxtrot.
Information X-rays. Current runway 34 and use point 010 at 11 visibility 10 miles sky clear.
Very sensitive.
Yeah, it's definitely sensitive.
3011.
Okay, thank you. X-ray.
Which is good. I want it to be sensitive, you know. I want to fly the airplane like a.
Traffic.
I want it to fit me like a glove.
7 miles southeast on Cessna 172 VFR 7500.
And this airplane has positive dynamic stability. So what that means is, if you pitch down aggressively, it's going to counteract that force, and it'll pitch up on its own.
Oh,
And vice versa. If you pitch up dramatically, it'll counteract it on its own and pitch down. If it's trimmed correctly, and we're trimmed for level flight. So what it's ultimately trying to do is regain the airspeed that you had it trimmed at. We were trimmed at an airspeed of, you know, whatever, I think it was 140 knots roughly. So it's just, it can't really tell what the pitch is or what the roll is, but it does know what the airspeed was. So it's actually, for being a 62-year-old airplane, it's kind of smart.
Big.
And that prevents you from getting into big trouble sometimes. You know, if you're in the clouds and you lose situational awareness and you subconsciously pitch down dramatically, the airplane, if you take your hands off the yoke, will recover on its own, for the most part.
6,000 Foothills 491.
You were very situationally aware. I like how you're working at maintaining your heading and your altitude.
Yeah.
A lot of people will not do what you're doing right now. They'll kind of space out. And then in terms of the attitude, you put your hand up here on the windscreen, thumb up. When the top of your thumb is level with the horizon, the airplane is level. That's not true of every airplane, but that's the Bonanza rule of thumb. No pun intended. You feel how when you pitch down, the airplane says, no, no, no.
Correction, November, Luke, 9 Lima Juliet, or US State 10,500.
And you can also use this too, right? So on the top of this yellow chevron, the very tip of it is level with the white, little thin white line right here.
Yeah.
That's when the airplane's level. So if you try to keep it right there on that white line, you won't have any altitude deviations. You'll be level, perfectly level. Just like a video game. You're holding it level. And you can cross-reference with the visual horizon here. My top of my thumb is level with the horizon. We're perfectly level.
November 34 Tango, contact Total Approach 120.82.
2082, 34 Tango. Total Approach, good afternoon, Bonanza 934 Tango, level 4,500.
Number 827 Lima Papa, contact Total Approach 125.2. 452, Lima Papa. Number 934 Tango, Total Approach, maintain VFR.
Wilco 34 Tango. So what we're doing is we're heading toward a waypoint called the Phillips Inlet, and that's the starting point for it's a VFR corridor that runs right along the coastline. Take that all the way to Destin, and we have to be in that corridor because Eglin Air Force Base is over here, and we're not allowed into that airspace. So that's why we're maintaining this heading here, so we can get to Phillips Inlet, and then we'll just track the coast all the way to Destin.
Number 2 Golf Juliet, until departure, confirm 4 miles northeast of.
And then another thing you can, a trick you can use to prevent you from over-controlling the airplane, just use one hand on the yoke. Take your left hand off. Yeah. So when you have two hands on, you're almost forced to over-control it. And just a really light grip is all you need. Like I recommend 3 fingers, kind of like if you're smoking a cigar. 3-finger grip on the yoke, very soft touch. The airplane really, it has such great stability. You really don't need to give it a lot of control input. It'll fly itself, to a certain extent.
Oh, dude, what airport is that?
Panama City, ECP.
Oh. And we can fly like, without the...
Yeah, so the airspace down there extends to 2,500 feet. So we're above that. We're at 4,500 feet. There's the Panama City Pier Park over there. I covered a Trump rally there a few years ago.
Yeah.
He flew Marine One into that little baseball field there.
Wow.
The crowd was very impressed.
Look at all this. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's going to get even better.
34 Tango, contact Eglin approach 125.1.
25.1, 34 Tango. Approach Bonanza 934 Tango, we're a level 4.6.
Who's that calling?
Bonanza 934 Tango.
Bonanza 934 Tango, going to approach uniform current at Destin, sector 932.
Okay, it's 32, thanks.
Destin Tower.
Let me know if you want me to take the controls. Because the views are pretty, you know, you can take pictures of your heart's desire.
Who's that calling?
I look at the nose as it pitches up. Just push forward a little bit to prevent it from doing that too aggressively. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Now you can begin your turn. So you can turn right to a heading of 290.
290?
290.
Got it.
November 7 Kilo Whiskey, fighting 140.
Heading 140 Kilo Whiskey.
Beautiful. I just push forward a little bit on, there we go. Because as you roll wings level, you get some extra lift that you have to compensate for. So, yeah.
Wow, Troy, it's beautiful.
Pretty nice trip, huh?
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite flights, actually.
November 8 Zulu Tango, flighting 120, it's going to maintain 2,000 now.
120, 2,000. Eglin approach, Skyhawk 38, Charlie Kilo with you, level 2,500.
November 38 Sierra Papa, flighting 180.
That's a nice one.
.com 3631, there's traffic at your 12 o'clock here in about 20 miles eastbound 9,000. There's a twin Cessna. You can contact Principal Approach 19, nothing will be higher. November 34 Tango, contact SCR 18.45 to you.
1845 to you, Rayport 9.
24.25, good day.
2425, good day. 212 Juliet.
Skyhawk 73321, Destin Tower, not Daytona Tower, but Destin Tower. Just confirm you're wanting to hold short and give it a couple minutes.
Yes, sir. Destin Tower. We're going to hold short just for about another minute and a half for vortices.
Well, if you want to wait that long, you're going to be waiting a little bit longer. I got a citation jet turning 3-mile final, so just hold short. I'll get you out behind you.
Copy that, 321.
Destin Tower, Bonanza 934, Tango 8 miles now to the southeast, 2,200. We have the citation jet in sight.
And was that Bonanza 934 Tango?
Affirmative.
Bonanza 934 Tango, Destin Tower, Destin altimeter 3010, and continue, make straight in approach runway 32.
Straight in for 32, thank you, 34 Tango.
How do you see the other airplane?
Well, he's on final.
Oh, okay.
I see him on a final approach right now.
Okay.
Yeah. He's also right here. You can see him on the traffic. He's at 1,200 feet below us. That's what that minus 12 means.
Okay, so he's lower than us.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here comes my prop. When I put the prop forward, it introduces some drag. There it comes.
It's awesome.
Absolutely. 1,200. Here
Still
comes
jet
the gear.
419, traffic for you to follow is a Bonanza. He's currently about a 3-mile final for runway 32.
I believe we got him inside.
Gears down.
Jet 419.
Green light.
Still jet 419, number 2,
Gas,
follow that traffic, runway
undercarriage,
32, clear to
gears
land.
down, mixture,
Clear land number 2 on
and prop.
32.
That's my pre-landing gump check. Gump check is complete. We are clear to land, 3-2.
Cessna 321, go ahead and start that left downwind turn for me.
Starting that left downwind turn, 321.
You said jet 351, no delay. Turn right heading 050, runway 32, clear for takeoff. Wind is 36010.
Clear for takeoff runway 32, then right turn 05.
There's a jet taking off before us. See that jet turning off.
Cessna 321, contact Eagle 124.25. You have a good flight, sir. Good day.
124.25, thank you very much for your help. 321.
Bonanza 34 Tango, traffic is a Phenom jet taking runway for departure. Runway 32, you are clear to land.
3-2, clear to land behind the traffic, 3-4 Tango. It's a beautiful approach.
Very beautiful.
Jet 351, contact Eagle 124.25. You have a good flight, sir. Good day.
425, good jet 351, good day.
Still jet 419, you are number 2 behind the Bonanza, just over short final. There, runway 32, clear to land.
Clear land 32, we got him.
You might notice the nose is a little bit to the right of the runway.
Yeah.
I haven't kicked in the rudder yet. I'm going to kick in some left rudder to get the nose straightened up. So, anyway, it's all about yaw. We definitely have a little crosswind from the right.
Definitely. Pretty gusty.
A little bit.
And Destin Tower 199 Papa Alpha's visual 32 behind the citation.
Jet 199 Papa Alpha, Destin Tower, Destin altimeter 3010. Currently number 3 for the runway. Continue about.
3010, we're number 3, Papa Alpha.
Here comes the rudder. Get that nose straight.
Nice landing.
Thank you. I do this for a living. So.
Bonanza
Dude,
24
this
Tango,
one
Table
living.
clear left Alpha 3, text to parking, monitor ground 121.6. Welcome back.
Okay, left turn over to ground. Thank you, 34 Tango.
Flight 09 Papa Alpha, you number 2 behind the Phenom jet, runway 32, clear to land, the wind 36011, gust 17.
Number 2 behind the Phenom, runway 32, clear to land, Papa Alpha.
Oh, look at that fancy plane.
Oh, yes, this is the jet ramp.
348 Tango Charlie. Sky 348 Tango Charlie, Destin ground.
Yes, they're just going to get a comm check on these comms. This is comm 1, how we complete read now.
Sky 8 Tango Charlie, loud and clear, comm 1.
And here comes 2. And for comm 2, how do you hear us now?
Skyhawk 8 Tango Charlie, same, and loud and clear, comm 2.
Okay, Destin ground, can you 888 Zulu Tango, got information uniform like the IVR to score.
King Air 888 Zulu Tango, Destin ground, clear the Tuscaloosa Airport is filed. Tango Charlie Lima, on departure maintain 1,600. Expect 6,000 10 minutes after. Eglin departure frequency is 1.
All right, here we are.
That's awesome. Nice. That plane looked just like yours.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
What plane is that?
That's a Piper.
Oh.
Yeah.